Ratna here. Again I come up with the costing, that is for the CMA Group 1 students. So in today's class we will be solving process costing under process costing equivalent production. The questions are exclusively chosen from the CMA material, that is question number 28 and 29. Right? So let's get started. The first question, that is a question number 28. First question. From the following information, compute equivalent production, statement of apportionment of cost, prepare cost account. Prepare cost account, process account. Working progress opening is given 200 units at 4 rupees each. Stage of completion, at how much is completed in the previous process, that is 100% of material and 40% labor and 40% overhead in the previous process. Units introduced 1050, transfer to the next process 1100 units, closing stock is 150 units, 100% of the material is finished in the current process, 70% labor and overhead also 70%. The respective cost is given. See, before solving the problem, we will understand first what is the equivalent production. Then the problem will be easy. First we need to understand the concept. So the concept, guys, everyone please pay attention. In the last class I explained you the process. I explained you the concept of the process costing. Here I will be explaining you the concept of the equivalent production. Right? Please pay attention, everyone. See, take the example. There is one product. This is a product A. This is a product A. This product has to undergo under different processes. Process A, process B, process C. Example. So, take the example. We have 3 processes. Process A, process B, process C. There are 3 processes. See, here I have inserted some raw material. This is the input I have inserted. This is the input I am inserted. Take the example, 10,000 units input I am inserting. Example, don't ask me from madam where did you get this 10,000 units. This is the example I am taking. 10,000 units we are introducing into first process. This first process, under the first process, the processing will take place. Once the processing is done, during that process, some units will be lost. Those units called normal loss units. Sometimes there will be abnormal loss and sometimes there will be abnormal gain also. After taking into this consideration, these units will be transferred to the next process. What does it mean? The output of process A, this is a process A, process 1, process 2, process 3. The output of process A or the output of process 1 will be the input for the next process. That is what happening here. Output of process A is going to be the going as a input to the second process. So here this is a second process input. So this is the input we are giving. This is the input. This is the input we are given. Again here there will be a process again. Once the processing is taking place, during the process something is lost as a normal loss. Then after, the remaining units will be transferred to the next process. From this it will go as a output. From the process 2 it will go as a output. For the process 3 it will become as a input. Again the processing will be taking place. The process will be taking place in this third one also. Once the process is done or during the process, some units are lost. Then after, these units will become the finished goods. Means some units will be sent out from the process 3. So those units are called finished stock. Now the thing is, when I am saying one particular product has to undergo under different processes, it means all the 3 processes are not completing. All the 100% of the production process is not taking place in one particular process. means it has to undergo in different processes or different units. So what is happening here? When different processes has to undergo, the product has to undergo under different processes. So here I am inserting some material, labor and overheads. 100% we are not consuming in the first process, because in the second process also something has to be done, in the third process also something has to be done. So here also we are inserting some material if process demands, otherwise the output of the previous process will be the input for the current process. And the labor and overheads. Here also material, labor and overheads. So this is happening, right? But see, when there is a finished product, what we are saying, if everything is completed, 100% of the material, 100% of the laborer, 100% of the direct expenses incurred, then only I am saying that is a complete product. Otherwise, we will be saying that as a work in progress. See, when this is a 100%, when I am saying this is a finished product, so it means ultimate material, direct expenses and direct labor all put together is 100%. But we are aware that all the 100% process is not taking place in one process. It is processing from the different processes. It means partially the work is taking place here, partially here, partially here, partially here. So now take the example, we are sitting in the process 2. Now take the example, we are sitting in the process 2. When we are sitting in the process 2, when we are sitting in the process 2, the units which have transferred from the work in progress which have been transferred from the first process, that is from the first process will be the input for the second process. It means here take the example, 30% of the material has been consumed and 20% of the labor cost is consumed, and overheads, take the example, 40% has been consumed in the previous process. Now we are sitting in the second process, that is in the process 2. We are sitting in the process 2. If this is the case, in the second process, take the example, second process is the ultimate process. When it is the ultimate process, take the example, if it is the ultimate process, 40% of the material is already completed in the first process, in the previous one. In the current process, no further processing is there. Take the example, no further processing is there. In the sense, remaining 70% of the material has to be incurred in the current process only, in this current process only. So 30% already finished in the previous process, 70% we are completing in the current process. In the same manner for the labor, 80% because 20% is done in the previous one, and overheads you have already incurred 40% in the previous one. Here remaining 60% has to be incurred. This is the opening work in progress. Opening work in progress for the process 2 means. And next thing, let's assume that we have 1000 units. 1000 units under opening work in progress. This much of the respective working percentage of degree of completion of the work is done. In the sense, this much of units should be worked in the current process. 1000 into 70%, that is a 700 equivalent units. 700 equivalent units will be units of material will be consumed in the second process. That's what we need to find out here. Equivalent. So material, labor, 1000 into 80%, that is 800, and 1000 into 60%, that is 600. So these are the equivalent units for the, see, completely I have 1000 units in the opening stock, but some degree of the work is done in the previous process. The remaining degree is to be taking place in the current process. So these are the equivalent units produced in the current process, that is in the process 2. That is what is saying. So in the same manner, if I am transferring from the second process to the third process, another example from the second process to the third process, when I am transferring, take the example, material is 60% is done, labor is 40% is done, overhead is 25% is done. In the sense, in the current process, how much we have consumed? Material 60%, labor 40%, overhead 25% in the second process. So the expenditure we will be, or the expenditure or the equivalent units, I will say 60% of the closing stock whatever I have will be the cost of the second process. So come back here. This is the opening one, and the closing one is closing stock or closing work in progress, not the stock. Closing work in progress, I will say material 60%. 60% only I will write, because 60% only work done here. But you can get the doubt why you are taking 70%, madam, when the previous process has completed 30%. You may get the doubt, but the doubt is, the question here is, see, in the 30% completed in the previous process, this one, but here 60% is completing in the current process for the closing stock. Material and labor is 40% completed, and overheads 25% is completed. Into number of units, how many units you have? Take the example, 1000 units you have. So equivalent number of units will be 600, 400 and 250. These are the equivalent number of units, right? So this is a concept actually. If you understand this one, the problem solving is very much easy. Now we will solve the problem. See, this is a problem. I'll do one thing, I'll copy paste this question somewhere else. This is a question. See, first what he is asking us to find out, he is asking us to calculate the equivalent production. Equivalent production. If it is an equivalent production, how many units have been transferred from the previous year, and how many units we have in the closing stock, and how many units have been transferred to the next process, we need to check. So here, draw the ledger. Here, see, this is for the input, this is for the output, this is for the units. Under this, you draw one more line. One is for the material, other one is for the labor, other one is for the overheads. This is a percentage of completion and units, percentage of completion, units, percentage of completion and units, right? What is the input we have introduced from the previous process? From the previous process to work in progress opening 200 units. 200 units introduced. Rate don't take now, because that will be taken into consideration in the process account. So 200 units, this is the input. 200 units you have taken, 200 units. Material 100% completed in the previous one only. So 100% of the material is already completed. Now not required to incur. So in the current process, we will not be incurring anything. Labor 40% incurred in the previous process, but in the current process, remaining 60% has to be incurred. 60% here, 60% here. 200 into 60%, that is 120. Here also 120. Units introduced, 1050 units introduced, and transfer to the next process. Transfer to the next process is 1100 units. See how many finished goods we have produced. 1100 units we have transferred, but we have already opening stock on which some degree of the work is already been done, and remaining work we done it and we have transferred. In the sense, out of 1100, opening one you remove it, so you will come to know 900 rupees as the finished stock. So for the finished stock you take 100%, because when I'm saying this is a finished stock, it means 100% of the material, 100% of the labor, 100% of the overhead already incurred. So 100%, 100%, 100%. 100% of 900 is 900, 900, 900. See, this is for the finished stock. And the next one, closing stock. Closing stock 1500 units. Sorry, 150 units. 100% of the material is completed in the current process only, means 150. 70% of the labor and overheads, 70% and 70%. 150 into 70% is 105 and 105 labor. Sorry, closing stock for the closing stock, labor and this one. So how many units we have introduced? How many units we got it? We have introduced 1050 plus 200, that is 1250 units we have introduced. Here 1250 minus 150 minus 900 minus 200, that is 0, in the sense 1250 means no normal loss or abnormal loss, abnormal gain also. Right. Here these are the equivalent units. These are the equivalent units. Now we will see 900 plus 150, that is 1050. 120 plus 900 plus 105, that is 1125. 120 plus 900 plus 105, that is 1125. These are the equivalent number of units produced in the, see, number of units produced is this much. These are the units under the second process. This is the opening stock, these are the units produced, these are the closing units. But when I say equivalent number of units for the material, labor and overhead, these are the equivalent number of units for the material, labor and overhead. So first one is done. Second one, statement of apportionment of cost. See how to apportion the cost. See, second bit, statement of apportionment of cost. Here material, how many units? Equivalent units. I will write equivalent units. Equivalent units. And cost, how much we have incurred. Equivalent units, these are the equivalent units. Material 1050, labor 1125, overheads 1125. What is the cost? The cost is given 1050, 2250, 1125. 1050, 2250 and 1050. So cost per unit, how much I will get? This is a 1 rupee. This is a 2 rupees and 1125. I wrote it wrongly. 1125. So 1 rupee. So this is the apportionment of cost for the material, labor and overhead for the equivalent productions. Next one, prepare process account. Prepare process account. See, in the previous class we have already seen what is a process account. So process account take two columns. units, amount, units, amount. Here, opening stock from the previous stock, how much we from the previous process, how much we got opening stock. Opening stock, how much we got actually? Come here, 200 units, 4 rupees each. 200 units, 4 rupees each is the 800. And what was the introduced one? This one introduced. So, introduced one directly I am writing. Material 1050 units we have introduced. The cost is 1050. Labor 2250. Overheads 1125. And there is a normal loss. So, no normal loss, sorry. And transfer to the next process, that is the finished goods. How many units? How many units finished stock? 900 plus 200, 1100. 1100 units transferred. And there is a closing stock. The closing stock is 150 units. What is the cost for the closing stock? We don't know what is the cost for the closing stock. Working note, valuation of closing stock, material, labor and overhead. How many units? These are the units. 150, 105, 105. 150, 105, 105. What is the rate per unit? This is the rate per unit. 1 to 1. 1 to 1. So, 150, 210, 105. Closing stock values 465. So, here you write 465. $1250, 800 plus 1050 plus 2250 plus 1125. That is 5225 minus 465. That is 4760. Balancing figure. Yes, this is the answer. Right? Guys, you understood? If you have any doubt, please once again listen to this, you will understand. Still you don't get, you contact me through comments. I'll try to explain you. Right. Next question. Question number 29. From our material only. This is somewhat trickiest problem I can say, but expected problem in the examination. Expected problem in the examination. See, from the following information, prepare process account. From the following information, prepare process account. See, opening stock is given from the previous one. 800 units, 6 rupees each. The cost is given. Next one, degree of completion. There are two kinds of materials. Material type A, type B. Material type A 100% completed in the previous process, 60% completed in the previous process for the material 2. And 40% has to be done in the current process. Laborer 40% done in the previous process and 60% has to be done in the current process. Overhead 40% done in the previous process, 60% has to be done in the current process. Transfer from process number 1 that is 12,000 units. From the previous process, 12,000 units got transferred. The value of that is also given. Transfer to the next process. 9,700 units got transferred. Normal loss is given 10%. Closing stock is given. Right. Degree of completion for the units scrapped. Means material 100% is done. Labor and overheads 50% is done. Right. Closing stock material 60%. For the closing stock material 60%. Labor and overhead 50%. Scrap realized is given 1 rupee per unit. Other information material, labor and overhead is given. What he is asking? He is asking us to prepare process account. For the process account, first we need to know equivalent production. We need to know value of the abnormal cost. We need to check first of all, is there any abnormal loss or abnormal gain? If it is abnormal loss, we need to find out what is abnormal cost, and we need to know closing stock value. That is equivalent number of units. How many equivalent number of units we have in the closing stock? For that, what is the cost? To know what is the cost, we need to know what cost per unit also for the material, for the labor and for the overheads. So these many hidden questions, these many hidden bits we have before solving this main problem. Right? First one, you prepare equivalent production. See, in the examination, if possible, leave some space, this much, 1 page, because he is directly asking only the process account. So here you can write here process account and leave this space. And then somewhere in the next, after leaving this much of space, next you write what? Equivalent production by writing working note. Equivalent production. See, there are 2 kinds of materials, labor and overhead. So 4 columns required, means 4 ledgers, columns, sorry. Here see, this is for the material 1, material 2, labor and overhead. So this is a percentage, units, right? Units, output, input. In the examination also you try to draw diagram like this, table. Here, how many units we introduced? 800 units, 6 rupees per unit. You don't take amount into consideration in the equivalent production. Only 800 units you take into consideration, 800 units. So 800 units are input units. What is the percentage of completion for the material? 100%. 100% completed in the previous one. In the sense we are doing nothing in the current process. So nil. 60% finished in the previous one. In the sense 40% in the current one. 40% completed in the previous one. In the sense current one 60. So 800 into 40%, that is 320. 800 into 60 percentage, that is 480. 480. Opening stock. Done. Next one, transfer from the process number 1, 12,000 units. From the previous process, 12,000 units got transferred. So that is also input to us, 12,000 units. That is the input. Done. Next one, transfer to the next process, 9,700 units. That is a transfer to the next process. How many units? 9,700 units. So how many finished stock? Finished goods 9,700 minus 800 units. This is the opening one. So finished goods is only 8,900 units. For the finished goods, I told you 100% of the material, 100% of the labor, 100% of the overheads is done. So 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%. Then only you will say that is output of finished good. Otherwise, you will say that is a work in progress. If 100% is not completed. So 8,900, 8,900, 8,900, 8,900. This is a finished stock. Next one. Normal loss is 10%. Normal loss is 10%. How to calculate? See, come here. Opening one, we have 800. Introduced one or purchased one, you can say. Introduced one, 12,000 minus closing one is 1,800. Here it is given 1,800. See here 1,800. So how many units were utilized or consumed in the production? 800 plus 12,000 minus 1,800 is nothing but 11,000 units are consumption or consumed. So on this 10%. So normal loss is 1,100. That is 10%. 10% on 1,100. See how 1,100 we got? I wrote here. For the normal loss, everything is nil. Material 1, material 2, direct expenses and overheads also. So don't allocate any equivalent production units. Right. See how many units you introduced actually? 12,800 units you introduced. But how many units we got? 800 is the opening one. 8,900 finished stock. So we got, there is one more element, closing stock, I forgot. So closing stock here is how much? 1,800 units. 1,800 units closing stock. See, closing stock material is 100%. We assume that both material A and material B is 100% finished. So 100%, here also 100% material, and labor and overhead 50%. 50% here, 50% here. So 1,800 into 100% is nothing but 1,800. Here also 1,800. Here 900. Here 900. Right. So we have 200 units less if you do the balancing figure. So what the reason must be? The reason must be abnormal loss. So abnormal loss. Abnormal loss. Abnormal loss units. How many? 200 units. So that you are getting 12,800 units. Right. See here. Closing stock percentage is given. We have already taken into consideration. Now scrap value is given. But units is scrapped here. Sorry. Here it is given. Units is scrapped. What is the information given? Units is scrapped. Here material is 100%. Okay. For the units scrapped material 100%, but we took for the closing stock. So I'll erase for the closing stock. Material is 100% is said. Material is 100% for the units scrapped. We assume that material A and material B both are 100% scrapped. So here 100%, here also 100% material, and labor and overhead 50%, 50%, 50% here, 50% here. So 200 into 100% is nothing but 200. Here also 200. Here 100. Here 100. Right. For the closing stock, it is given this one. It is given material 60%. See, there are two kinds of materials. One was introduced from the previous one and other one is introduced in the current one. So, we assume that as per the answer, we answer what they have assumed is for the first material which was introduced from the previous one was 100% completed, but it is not given here. So, they are assuming that 100% is a completed. How many units? Closing stock 1800, right? 100% of the material 1 is completed as per the assumption of ICMEI, and the remaining 60% of the second material is finished here. 50%, 50% over it's finished in the current process. So 1800 into 800% is nothing but 1800 here. 1800 into 60%, 1080. 1800 into 50%, 900. Here also 900. Right? Now everything is done. Scrap realized we will check in the process account. The other information of the material cost also will check in the process account. So as of now, for the relevant to the equivalent production, everything is done. Now you check what is the equivalent production. What is the equivalent production? 8,900 plus 1,800 plus 200. That is 10,900 is the material first one. 320 plus 8900, 1080 plus 200. This one. That is 10,500. 480 plus 8900 plus 900 plus 100. That is 10,380. 480 plus 8900, 900 plus 100. That is 10,380. These are the equivalent number of units for the material 2, material 1 this much, labor this much, overhead this much. So these are the equivalent number of units. The cost incurred for those is, this is the cost incurred for the material 2, labor and overhead. And for the material 1, the cost which has been transferred from the previous process. So now we need to find out what is the cost per unit. Cost per unit. How to find out cost per unit? Here, come back. Material 1, material 2, labor and overheads. So material 1, number of units, equivalent units, these are the equivalent units. Equivalent units, these are the equivalent units. 10,900, 10,500, 10,380, 10,380. And cost, the cost incurred was For the first one, it has been transferred from the previous process, 16,350. 16,350. And for the second and third, 10,500, 2,760 and 1,660. Directly I'll write here. 10,500, 20,760 and 15,570. So I will come to know what is the cost per unit. What is the cost per unit? Cost per unit. $1.5. This is 1.0. 2.0. 1.5. This is the equivalent production. Now we have closing stock. We have abnormal cost. See, again you can ask me how to remember, madam. Then I'll tell you. See, come back here. Process costing. Process account. Process account. How to open process account? See, this is for the units, this is for the amount. Units and amount, right? See, come here to opening cost, that is the opening work in progress. How many units we got actually? Come back here. 600 units, 6 rupees each, that is 4,800. That is 800 units, right? 800 units, 4,800 is the amount. And material, to material, we have seen in the question, material cost is given. This was the cost. Directly I am writing. This is the material. One is transferred from the previous process. I'll write transferred from process 1. How much? This one, 16,350. And other introduced one, material 10,500. Next one, labor 20,760 and 2 overheads 15,570. Total cost what we have entered. See, for the 16,350, how many units? 10,900. How many units actually? No, not 10,100. 12,000 units. 12,000 units. Now, 12,800 units. Here, we have normal loss. We have abnormal loss. We have closing stock. We have finished goods which have been transferred to the next process. Transfer to next process. Again you can ask me, madam, from where you got these one? These all. I'll show you. See, normal loss, closing stock, abnormal loss, finished stock. Opening stock we have already taken this side. So, one by one we will take. Normal loss units how many? 1100. These 1100 units are how the scrap is sold at 1 rupee. In the sense 1100 into 1 rupee, 1100 rupees got realized by selling the scrap value. Right. What is abnormal cost value? We don't know. We need to find out. How? Come back here. Working note. Abnormal cost. Under abnormal cost, what are the elements we have? two kinds of materials. See, it depends upon the question. And sometimes only one kind of material is there. Sometimes two kinds of materials. Material 1, material 2, labor and overhead. How many units, equivalent units in the abnormal cost, abnormal units, equivalent units, how many? Come back here. 200, 200, 100, 100. 200, 200, 100, 100. What is the cost per unit? Cost per unit 105 and 1.5, 1 to 1.5. 1.5 to 1.1, 1 to 1.5. So total cost 200 into 1.5 is nothing but 300, 200, 200, 150. That is 850 rupees is the value of the abnormal cost. Right. Next one, closing stock. Closing stock. Under closing stock again we have material 1, material 2 and the next labor and overheads. Material 1, material 2, labor and overheads. How many equivalent units? Equivalent units. Closing stock, right? Closing stock. 1800, 1080, 900, 900. 1800, 1080, 900, 900. The cost is 1.5, 1.0, 2.0, 1.5. So total is 1800 into 1.5, that is 2700. 1080 into 1, that is 1080 only. 1800, that is 1350. 1350. That is 6930. This is the value of the closing stock. And value of the abnormal cost is this much. Value of the closing stock is this much. So, abnormal one 850. How many units? In the abnormal 200. In the closing stock 6930. 6930. 1800 units. Remaining is the this one. This is a process costing. That is 60. Overheads 1560 I wrote, but 1660 it is showing. 1660. By mistake I wrote 1560. This is the wrong answer. Given in the question only. That is 69080. How many years transferred to the next process? 9700 only, right? also you are getting the same answer. That is 60,200. This is a balancing figure. 69,800. So guys, this is a process costing equivalent production. I hope these classes are beneficial for you. If you feel these are the beneficial for you, and if you feel these are the important and you are learning something new, then please subscribe to our channel. Please like, comment and share so that others also get benefit.